Hello, my name is Eliana del Carmen Hernandez Dominguez. I'm a student the first semester of the International Language Bachelor's degree in the University of Science and Art of Chiapas. In May of this year, I represented my school in the Olympics of Physics by the NACH and also won first place for the best scholar ecological project in High School 49. To contact me, I share with you my email. Is elianet.hernandez@e.unicach.mx. And today I'm going to teach you about phonetic and phonology, how they are related. Also, my friend Pepito will teach you how words are produced based on the phonetic apparatus. So let's start. Communication is very important because it responds to our need to interact with other people, in addition to intervening in our learning progress and being the means by which we think and also learn. This is where phonetic and phonology come in. But first, what is phonetic and phonology? Phonetic is a science that studies the sound of speech. Phonology is a science that studies the linguistic organization of the sound of different languages. Donald Burgess says that phonetics deals with the physical realization of the sound of languages, while phonology deals with the mental but subconscious organization of the sounds of a particular language. That is, phonology is what you have in mind when you speak phonemes, and phonetics is how it's actually produced, phonemes. And now, what is the relationship between these two? According to what Jorla says in his book, Phonology, An Introduction to Basic Concepts, phonology is about phonetics because it requires the concept, terminology, and notion of phonetics, in addition to which is built above a new system for itself. The phonology studies behavioral and use organization of sound as unit linguistic. A phonetic is fairly neutral of the sounds themselves. They study physiological, anatomical, beliefs, neurological, and psychological of being human that it makes possible to speak. Feder Frias-Conde says in Introduction to Spanish Phonetic and Phonology, this is how you would see a visual representation of the relationship between phonetic and phonology. Now, my friend Pepito will explain to you the parts of their functions of the phonetic apparatus. Also, he will tell you how the words are produced. Guys, my name is Pepe, but Ellie likes to call me Pepito, and as she said, I explained to you how the words are produced. But first, you need to know how the phonetic apparatus is made. The phonetic apparatus is composed of three groups of organs: respiratory organs, organs of tonation, and intonation organs. The organs are larynx, trachea, left bronchus, left lung, diaphragm, right lung, right bronchus, larynx, nasal cavity, and nostrils. One of the most important parts of the apparatus are the vocal cords, because their function is the production of the voice. There are four folds of membranous lips, and for each pair they are called true folds. The upper vocal cords are the vestibular folds and don't participate in voice production. In the lower vocal cords of true vocal cords are responsible for the production of the sounds by making vibration. This is the base of the throat: epiglottis, vestibulary folds, glottis, trachea, cuneiform cartilage, forniculate cartilage. As we know, breathing has two phases: the inspiratory, that is the air entering in the lung, and the breathing, that is the outlet of that air. We must know that the pronunciation is performed with respiratory pulses. But how is this process? Well, the air comes out the lung throat, the bronchi, and past throat, the trachea to the larynx. Now, in the larynx are two muscles, twins, and elastic called coarse bones. The pressure of the exhale it makes this string vibrate and produce a sound that we call voice human. The voice continuum it exists through the pharynx and reaches the mouth and cavity with the movements of the lips. Just thought and veil of the pain is transformed into some articulated, with acoustic notches different embedded, the chaining of these some articulated forms in the word. And all the organs that have intervened in your production form of phonetic apparatus. Then we can conclude that the phonetic apparatus is the group of organs that are involved in the production of the sound. Phonetic deals with the sound of real speech and how they are produced, and phonology deals with the ideal sound of the language and its rules. Knowing how they process it can help you to better pronounce the sound of any language you are learning. Also, knowing about phonetic and phonology is very useful and important because they are the disciplines that studies the smallest unit in the linguistic structures.